I've written 8 or 9 musicals at this point in my almost 2-decade career writing for musical theater, and I've had 3 of my musicals produced. And I'm not slowing down anytime soon. So, how can you too get your musicals written, developed, finished, and produced? Here are 6 rules that you absolutely must follow. Number 1, start messy. Honestly, y'all, it's the only way to start. There's no such thing as starting cleanly. You can't do it. Don't even try. Because here's the thing, the minute that you think you need to start cleanly instead of messily, you're just not going to start at all. It's never going to happen. You're going to make the choice to not begin. But honestly, friends, knowing that you have to start messy, my question to you is, what are you waiting for? Stop waiting. Go. Start. Make it messy. Because messy is important. Messy is beautiful, and messy is how we make the clean thing later. Number 2, learn as you write. Y'all, this whole idea of trying to compartmentalize learning from doing is hurting you and your ability to move forward. Science has shown time and time again that the combination of doing as you learn is the most effective way by far to actually learn how to do something and to integrate the skills together from what you've learned into what you do, and to make that happen quickly and efficiently. Y'all, take a class that allows you to learn as you put it into practice. I mean, if you're someone who can do it in a self-disciplined way, awesome. Do that, please. But if you're not, as the majority of people are not, then you have to find a space where you can, in a classroom setting, whatever a classroom may look like to you, learn something and put it immediately into practice. This is how it sticks. I mean, this is precisely why I made the musical theater writing workshop course and the Book and Beyond course the way that I did. It's because you are actually learning the material as you put it into practice. In the workshop course, you are learning all of the foundations and the songwriting skills of musical theater as you write songs, in collaboration. It is the doing that solidifies from the learning. And for Book and Beyond, that entire course is built to learn what to do in a step and then immediately do it. There is no waiting here. You have to do both at once. That's when it sticks. That's when it integrates. If you're interested in learning more about this courses, because that sounds like a great container or environment for you, then you can learn more at the links in the description below. Go check it out. Let's have a call. Number 3, learn away from your projects. I'm sorry, a lot of people don't like this one because it means that you have to spend time in the learning process, the learning and doing process, away from your beloved projects, but it is so important to go through the learning process without adding the extra stakes of emotion and desire that you have for your projects on top of the learning process. The minute you add those personal stakes and those emotional stakes on top of the learning, you're gonna hold yourself back. I learned this valuable lesson while writing The King's Legacy. I was taking the BMI musical theater workshop at the time as a lyricist, and I was taking what I was learning in the workshop, which was by writing material for the workshop, not for my own personal project. And I was taking those lessons and immediately applying them to The King's Legacy as I wrote it separately. There was a clear divide between what I was learning and how I was learning it on material that didn't have the personal stake, but then applying the lessons learned at the same time elsewhere. That made all the difference in the world. And because I had been through that experience, again, this is why I created the musical theater writing workshop course the way that I do it. I tell people, do not write for your personal projects for those songs. It is not built to be done that way, and it's because the anxiety, the defensiveness will begin to creep up fast, and you'll begin to not allow yourself to be messy, not take steps and make moves and progress. We leave it outside. We write in a vacuum and we learn by doing, not attached to your personal projects, and then we take the lessons learned and we apply them later on or simultaneously, but separate. Number 4, get accountability. The ideal situation here, honestly, is a mixture of intrinsic and extrinsic, with intrinsic being more about the motivation factor, perhaps with a little inspiration in there, but really about the motivation factor, but with the extrinsic being about deadlines and outside accountability. I personally think, just in everything I've experienced and seen and all the coaching that I've done, that having a group of people who you know, love, and trust, who also know, love, and trust you and your project and are on board with all the steps you're taking toward goals, that is the best kind of container that you can have to have this mixture of the intrinsic and the extrinsic. I mean, I built an entire program based on this, the Mastery Accelerator program. That is all about having the right people in an intimate group with the know, like, and trust factor who are helping you towards your goal the entire way, so your intrinsic and extrinsic are working together seamlessly. But this is also why we do labs inside the Musical Theater Writing Collective. It is a less intensive version of that, but the same 20-ish people come to labs very regularly and they get to know your projects and you, and it really helps you along your journey get the combination of the internal and the external. Number 5, surround yourself with people doing what you want to be doing. You only rise to the level of the people that you surround yourself with. We've seen this time and time again. So even if you write alone, even if you are not writing with other collaborators, you need to surround yourself with other writers who are doing what you are doing and or who are doing it at the level you want to be doing it. You cannot be inspired in a vacuum. You simply can't. Number 6, make a creative practice. If there is not a creative practice in your life, you will not improve your skills. Without it, your creativity becomes inconsistent and based on your schedule, your whims, and your bouts of inspiration. To own the identity of being a writer, you have to actually prove to yourself that you are a writer by doing it and doing it consistently. Writers are people who write. So are you writing? Now, these 6 things are absolute must-dos. But if you also want to learn about 10 things you should not do, then you should probably watch this video next. Otherwise... Thank you all for being here with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers!